So I'm standing outside of the brand new office headquarters of Bumblebee Linens right now, and this is a completely new facility that we purchased at the end of 2022, and I'm here to give you guys a full tour. Now, the last time I did this for our last office building 6 years ago, I decided to surprise my wife at the office with my camera. But what I never told you about the last video here was that even though she was super pleasant and cheerful on camera, as soon as I hit the stop button, I actually got in big trouble. Now I could tell she was a little annoyed because she didn't get a chance to clean up before I started filming. And on that note, here's a question for everyone who thinks just like my wife. Why do I always have to clean the house before I can have friends over? Why do we all have to live this lie of false cleanliness? Anyway, this time, I decided to warn her ahead of time that I was coming, and I'm pretty sure that she decided to tidy up the office a little bit. And despite my protests of giving you all a realistic view of what our office is like on a day-to-day basis, you're gonna now get a facade. But as the saying goes, happy life, happy wife. So come on in and let's check it out. So first off, here are a couple specs about our brand new office compared to our old one. Our old office was about 2,300 square feet, but this new facility is about 3,000 square feet, which means that we have substantially more space in this new warehouse. Now, when we decided to put down an offer on this building, I was really torn because the commercial real estate market here in California is not good. And I personally thought this place was priced a little bit high. So what ended up happening is that we put down a lowish offer for the place because it had been sitting on the market for about 7 weeks. There's very little interest, and we thought for sure that we were going to get it at the cheaper price, but all of a sudden, 3 full-priced all-cash offers came in at the last moment at the exact same time. And I was super suspicious. By the way, is it illegal for a real estate agent to put down fake offers to create a bidding war? This property was sitting for 7 weeks, and all of a sudden 3 all-cash offers came in over asking? Highly unlikely. Anyway, after we put in our initial offer, my wife and I had our hopes up, and we really wanted to buy it. After all, our lease was running out on our old office, and they were going to raise the rent 30%. 30%! But when all those cash offers came in at the last moment, I got really discouraged. And reluctantly, we decided to put down an all-cash offer slightly over asking and won the bid. Now, I was not happy at the time, and I remember after putting in our revised offer that I was half hoping that we weren't going to get the place. But now I'm super glad that we went through with the deal because we now have a beautiful new home and there's no longer any pressure to have to move ever again. And one of the benefits of owning over renting is that you can invest a little bit more money and put in the effort to make it a little bit more comfortable. So as soon as we got the place, we made a couple of changes right away, including getting brand new carpets, painting the walls, and adding more square footage on a brand new second floor, which I'll show you in just a sec. All right, so here's the entrance to Bumblebee Linens. On the right wall there is a bunch of our press releases that we released over the years. And on that wall over there, my wife made this really cool sign with our company logo, which was a huge upgrade over the cheap wall decal we had in our last place. Now, to complete the Bumblebee Linens theme, we have a yellow table here and then various bee products. Now, I know I said this in the last video, but I'm so thankful that I have my wife to put in the extra little touches to make this place awesome. And as a dude, there's no way that I would have done any of this stuff. Now, one of the really cool things about this place is that it's partitioned into 3 logical areas. If we were to ever decide to downsize, we could easily rent out different parts of the building to 3 separate tenants. Now, over here on the left is our office, and this is where all the labels are printed and packaged to be shipped. And what I love about this new office is that it's much better soundproof than our last office. Because in our last office, the sounds of the sewing machines could be heard in the office, which actually made taking phone calls very difficult. But in this new place, you can barely hear the machines at all, even if the doors are wide open. In fact, I've even taken some naps on these chairs right here. So let's go check out the main area now. Over here, we have a small kitchenette, which we didn't have in the last building, which is nice for heating up food and other things. And then this hall here leads to the main area where the magic happens. Now on the walls, my wife designed this room to have a Bumblebee hive theme with these cool hexagon sound panels on the walls. Now each of these packing stations has packing materials in each of the drawers, and each employee has their own packing station to fulfill orders. And in the back corner here is where all the personalization takes place. Now I'm filming this on a weekend, so no one's here, but typically these machines are running all day long, personalizing all the various linens that we sell. And even though personalization is the most tedious and time-consuming piece of our business, it's one of our biggest profit centers, and we have a semi-automated flow in place. So first off, a computer program takes all the orders from the website and auto-magically creates special design files with the personalization that the machines can understand. These are then placed in Dropbox, where our embroiderist, Josephine, loads them onto the machines for stitching. So overall, the embroidery process is semi-automated except for the loading and the running of the machines. So all the way back here is the warehouse portion of our office. And unlike our last place, which had super low ceilings, the ceilings in this place are over 24 feet high. And if we were ever to need to put up the racks all the way to the top, we could. But I don't foresee outgrowing this amount of storage space anytime soon. My favorite part of the warehouse is this gigantic roll-up over here. And because it's so large, we can literally move a truck into the warehouse for unloading in case it's raining outside. But just between you and me, I wanted to turn this place into an indoor volleyball court for the kids, but my party pooper wife said no. So that's it for the bottom floor. Let's head on upstairs now. So this top floor is what my wife and the employees called Hanky Land. And this is where we store our best-selling handkerchiefs for sale. Now in our last building, we didn't have the room to display our hankies like this for easy packing, but since we have the room, we can now spread things out. At Hanky Land, we got lace handkerchiefs, color embroidered hankies, Irish linen hankies, men's hankies, pocket squares, you name it. And if you're getting married, I'll hook you up. Now when we first moved in, these stairs just led to a single room, but we decided to add additional square footage to the top floor in order to make room for our next product line, custom printed linens. So here's the new addition that we added as soon as we moved in to house my latest toy, the Sublistar Star 4 A3 printer. And this printer allows us to print any design with photographic quality to any of the products that we sell, which opens up our store to endless revenue possibilities. So here's how it works. You just take any graphic file that you want to print and it prints it onto this special film. You then take this film and then you press it with a heat press onto any fabric that you want. And my master plan is to offer custom personalization on our hankies, towels, napkins, pillowcases, aprons, basically everything that we sell. Now I haven't shown anyone this yet, but here's a glimpse into a nerdy automation project that I'm actively working on right now. And as I showed you earlier, this printer prints designs onto film, and this film is actually quite expensive. Now being the Asian that I am, I want to maximize the film usage by shoving as many designs per square inch as possible. So I wrote a program that automatically arranges the designs onto the film so that there's very little wastage. And ideally when I'm done, no human will ever have to touch the designs at all, and they'll go straight from the website to the printer and not waste any film at all. And if all goes well, we may pick up another one of these printers next year. Now, a few of the students in my Profitable Online Store course asked me whether it's worth it to rent versus buy, and here's my 2 cents. Now, was buying this building the best financial decision from an investment perspective? Yes and no. Right now, the commercial real estate market is in the gutter here in California. And if I waited another year, we probably could have gotten a lower price. But in the grand scheme of things, we really needed a new home for our business, and we were absolutely not going to pay the 30% increase on rent in our old location. Moving business locations sucks, and it was a major pain in the butt to move all of our stuff here, not to mention it was expensive as well. So here's my thought process. Even though we could have waited it out and gotten a cheaper price, we now have peace of mind and a long-term home for our business. Now, did we leave some money on the table? Probably, but this is one less thing to stress about. Plus, we're renting this place to ourselves and saving a little bit of money on taxes as well. So what do you think of the place? Let me know what you would have done to the place in the comments below. All right, so my wife's probably gonna kill me, but I snuck back in to show you where we hid all the dirt. So you'll notice I filmed this office here, but what I didn't film was this little nook right here with all this garbage in here. And come over here. See this door? This is a closet that I didn't show you. And wait till you see what's inside.